Hey gamers, today we're looking at Marvel United Spider-Geddon. Let's check it out. The game comes with 6 heroes, 2 villains who can also be heroes as well, hence they're purple, and then 2 pure villains, which are red. The heroes you can play as Scarlet Spider, Spider-Punk, Silk, Penny Parker, Spider-Noir, and the symbiote Spider-Man. The other 2 purple players are Anti-Venom and Superior Spider-Man. And then you have Morlun, who I'm unfamiliar with, and then Spot as the main villains, of course, through and through. You can play these 2 as villains as well. They all come with cards, decks that they use. They come with different, and this is from the Kickstarter edition here, but it comes with tokens. Spider-Noir gets these target tokens. Superior Spider-Man uses the spider bots in some of his missions. There's a no BAM token. If you prevent the next BAM from the villain happening, you place that on there to remind you. And then one of these little tokens that reminds you to play a random card if the game selects you, because sometimes the rules do say that, and these do come in handy because sometimes you will forget about what those special actions were for that round. You can also play in supervillain or superhero mode if you want, just to make it a little harder. They also have little challenges in the game as well. And of course, they have the new thing that's being added to the multiverse as well, but weapons. Weapons are rechargeable, and as you see here, it tells you when or how a weapon can be recharged. You'd start it off with this usually, where you could use it. Certain locations in the game will also, I can't make you see, there it is, will also let you recharge these, but you would use it, flip it over, and then it'll tell you how to recharge it. Of course, some of these boards that come with the game, and of course, this is the Kickstarter edition here. They're nice wood cardboard here. The regular ones are basically just, card stock. They're fine enough. But anyway, some of them will let you know, here it is, the recharge your item there. That's just a new thing in the game. They also have this little battle plan mode. It's just a way to play solo if you wanted to play solo in it. Each one of the villains do different things here. Spot can move around the board in different areas here. He puts a lot of crisis tokens where you'll hit the crisis tokens before him. So he's got low energy here or low power, but he's very hard to hit. Where Anti-Venom is just trying to take away your special cards from you. And the more he takes away, depending on the players, gives him the ability. You would use this little cube here to track his movement on the board there. Superior Spider-Man has his own objectives. He has his own little defeat thugs, rescue villains, and clear threats. And he's trying to do it before you do. So that's very interesting. And then Morlun is kind of like Thanos from the original Marvel United. Once he knocks you out, you are out of the game. You have to pick a different Spider-Man. And if he knocks out 4 of them, then he wins. One more thing I forgot to include here was these little spots for the spot. You'd lay them out on all the locations, flip them over, and of course he would travel. His cards tell you where he travels. He doesn't travel circularly. He just travels to one of these little spots here, and if you're not there, he hits in the next location. So if he land on D, he'd go to F. If he land on F, he'd go to A, and so on and so forth. And that's the game. Final thoughts. What do I think about the game? Well, Spider-Geddon, I thought, came out with my Marvel United Kickstarter edition, which came in. I'll be doing a review of it shortly, but it did not. And I was confused because I have all the upgraded parts, the cardboard locations for Spider-Geddon, but it didn't come in I thought I got the all in. This came out last year. How did I not know this? But it makes sense because I think that Into the Spider Universe came out with Spot, so that's probably why they brought it out here. And a lot of these characters were included in it. Overall, what did I think about it? I mean, I like Spider-Man. I like Marvel United, so yeah, I love it. I thought the weakest part were the superheroes. There was no big wow factor for me. I mean, that the Noir guy got to put targets on someone, and Superior Spider-Man got to use the spider bots. That was okay. That was all right. But most of it, not most of it, one of them had the regular Spidey sense where he can move before a hero attacks. And that's fine. It seems normal, but there was nothing that wowed me really about the superheroes. The strong part is the villains. All of them are different and all of them are hard. Morlun, you have to, all of his little threats are people who will hurt you, every single one. So you're basically just taking out all these, the skull threats first, so you can defeat him. But of course, that helps speed up his turn, and he is hard to beat. We died a couple of times on him. Spot, very weak, but impossible to hit because crisis tokens he places everywhere. And you keep punching, you hit crisis tokens before you hit him. And of course, you can clear some threats to kind of, kind of button that up and make his, how he spreads his crisis tokens a little bit harder. but he was very hard. Anti-Venom scared me to death because he was taking away our specialty cards one by one, making the game end faster. And then Superior Spider-Man, at first, he seems so easy to beat, but he gets the Spider Bot basically just put out every round. And by the end of round 6, man, or after he's gone for a few times, especially if you don't clear some threats, he is clearing up on his little threat cards, and he may beat you. I mean, we barely beat him last time. So I like the diversity and difference in the villains. The villains an A+, the heroes, meh. Overall, should you get it? Yeah, I mean, if you like Marvel United, you like Spider-Man, that's fine. It's one to get. You're either going to love it or hate, not get it at all. The weapons are okay too. Of course, the villains are a lot harder, so you're going to need the weapons. That is the same case for Marvel United. Like the no bam, make sure you pick a random card this turn. That kind of stuff I don't mind, because we were forgetting in previous games certain conditions will lead to where the next villain turn, the next bam does not count, and we would forget about that and count it anyway, and then have to go backwards a little bit in the timeline to correct our mistake. So I'm glad they put those tokens in there. Those are for a good use. Overall, I enjoy it. Can't wait to talk about the big all-in package I got of Marvel United Multiverse, but I'll do that next time. All right, gamers, until then, you know what to do. Game on.